Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to Judas Priest again. The first time I heard the band was the song Painkiller, and while it was an incredible experience, many of you said that it wasn't necessarily the best representation of their music as a whole. So today we are listening to the song Victim of Changes, and this is a live performance from 1983. Here we go.
All right! Thank you so very much indeed. We have a song that takes us way, way, way back to the Sad Rings of Destiny album. Also Unleashed in the East. You might know this one. This is Victim of Changes.
I know we are not very far at all, and this is a long one, so I'm gonna try and not stop and start too much, but I have so many thoughts in my brain right now. It was so incredible to hear his speaking voice, and lots of it. It sits a bit lower than I anticipated, and even just this opening, I'm getting so much more of his tone than I did in the first reaction, so it's very exciting. The guitars, though, those harmonies, it literally sent chills down my spine. So I just want to hear that again. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Oh, and when he was speaking, his diction, I think I remember talking about that the first time. It's so stinking precise and clear and crisp and just, I love it.
Of Changes.
He started in such a beautiful, that nasal resonance was so strong and prominent, and it just gave so much clarity to his sound. But the other advantage to that is he was already in this forward placement when he went into that mix, and it was so pristine. It was so smooth. And then here we're getting a lot more grit and a lot more texture in his voice. So within just, the first few lines, so much variety.
Said a woman's got a man. She won't let him do connection, no. Takes another drink or two. Let's look well away.
don't know what he just, there was some sort of effect on the word anywhere. Let me hear that again. I can't tell if he's doing like false chord singing, if he's creating an effect, or if he's just forcing a ton of air to the point like his chords aren't able to sustain that pressure. So they're adducting and then releasing because of the air. I don't know. It sounds intentional to me, and like it could be more leaning on the side of false chord singing, because of how healthy his mix is and how gorgeous when his singing tone is really prominent. It can be so smooth. So I don't know how to rationalize that sound any other way, but I like that he repeated it so we could hear it again. I am gonna hear it one more time. You realize you're getting old and no one seems to care. Trying to find your way again. You're trying to get some son of woman's got a man. You're gonna take another thing or two. Things look better, but go. I'm not gonna go back to all of that. I love the build. It was just complete silence, and then it sounded like he was riffing on guitar, but then you start to feel the beat, and then that was so thrilling how he not only set up that timing, but then sped it up and the intensity and everything. And then when the whole band came in, or maybe not the whole band, well, I think so, but just the timing and how crisp those cutoffs were so that the silence just really rang out. I loved that. I'm gonna go back to that section. That sort of, I always describe it as like a Cookie Monster sound. I am not very good at it myself, hence I will not demonstrate, but that from what I've learned and what I've been taught, is a great segue into creating vocal effects. And so hearing him do that kind of affirms my original belief that those couple notes we heard in there that had a lot of texture, I think it was an effect with a little bit of false chord engagement. We'll keep going. This whole time, literally the last 6 minutes, I'm like, are they gonna play the gong in this song? And then I just heard it, so I want to hear it again. What a gorgeous sound. Oh my gosh. So much variety in this. In everything, not just the vocals, but that tone is very reminiscent for me of, like, I'm gonna say like late 70s. No. It's got some qualities of early 70s folk, but also sort of that segue into soft rock of that particular decade. Oh my gosh, it's so buttery and so smooth and such a surprise considering everything else he's done with his voice in this entire piece. So as far as, what's happening technically, he's backing off the air pressure a lot. This is in mid-range for him, and he's able to coordinate the pressure on his or the adduction of his chords so that there's a little bit more separation, so we get a little bit more of that air coming through, giving us that warmth. But it's the contrast for me, the variety compared to everything we've heard so far.
Now changes come over her body. She doesn't see me anymore. Now changes come over her body. She doesn't see me anymore. Changes. Give me a changes, come on. The changes, come on. Give me a long, long changes, come on.
mix, it's insane, especially at the end when he was just singing these incredible notes out of the blue, like just out of nowhere. It sounded so healthy. Like, he must have so much dexterity, especially in his falsetto, but that particular mix I would call a head dominant mix, because it was so high, but it was so powerful as well. It gave us that awesome like rock metal scream that is just so thrilling, and to do it with so much clarity, it was wow. The whole piece, there's a lot to unpack there musically. I think that's probably one of the things I'm starting to enjoy most about bands that are classified as metal bands. Their music is not just one note, or it's not, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. It is so unpredictable. Everything from the instrumentation to the timing to the rhythms, everything that's included, it's like an arc, almost like a story that they tell with every song, because there are just all these different phases to it, and I love that. I love the variety, and then to have a vocalist who is so capable of making those changes with the instruments, awesome. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for pointing me in this direction. Thank you for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.